Greetings, royal family. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for clicking on the video. You read the title, Sisters. Let me tell you something. Me and my wig are just about tired of this show. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna try to make this as quick and painless as possible. If you are new here, welcome to the royal family. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're a returning royal family member, thanks for clicking on the video. You know how this thing goes. We opened the episode up with at Andi's apartment. Andi is sitting around crying about Gary, the married man that she is sleeping with, is cheating on her with somebody else. That's where we're at. So Danni is just continuing to tell Andi that the lady that she saw in the airport that she was about to approach, who was with Gary, is not the same lady that's in these pictures who Andi is saying is Gary's wife. So this is just one big mess. And she said she can't believe that Gary would do this to her. Married Gary, okay? We're not going to call him Crazy Gary anymore if you've been watching my reviews. Married Gary. What do you mean you can't believe that he would do something like this? What? Okay, never mind. So Danni and Karen, they're still bickering and they're getting on my nerves. And Andi starts yelling, right? She starts shouting and she said, "These men ain't ish." Oh, so now these men ain't ish because, you know, the married one that you were dealing with, he's cheating on you with somebody else. Is it even considered cheating? She's a mistress and he has a wife, a mistress, and somebody. So is he cheating? What type of relationship? You know what? Let me stop trying to apply logic to this situation. See, this is Tyler. This is the type of stereotypical plot line that you're famous for. You know, a woman thinks that she could change a man or she could get the man to leave his wife. And she's sitting here thinking that he wouldn't do to her what he's been doing to his wife, which is cheating. I just was thinking to myself at that moment, right? I said, I bet you any money Gary's going to walk through the door. 5 seconds later, married Gary walks through the door. So my spidey senses were correct. And like I said, I'm not calling him Crazy Gary anymore. I'm calling him Married Gary. So the ladies, especially Danni, you know, they're telling him off, and Gary is trying to talk to Andi, whose back is turned. She's not saying a word to him. So like they're all lined up looking like Power Rangers or the Charlie's Angels, and they're like with their hands on their hip and the neck rolling, and they're just talking trash to him. And at this point, Gary's just like, what the heck is going on? Like, Andi, are you going to say anything? Andi's not saying anything. So the other girls are fighting her battle for a few minutes. You know, we see Danni, she goes into the kitchen. She gets a knife. She has a knife in her hand. It's like Andi was being protected by her bodyguards. They want him to leave, but she gets up and she apologizes to Gary. She's like, I'm so sorry. You know, let me speak to him alone. So she sends the girls off into her bedroom and they're looking at her like she's crazy. You know, I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm like, what is she doing? Then I said, okay, maybe she's trying to use a little psychological tactic to kind of get what she wants. All right. So we shall see. It's just, you know what, can I talk? Can we keep it real? You know what really bothered me in this scene? It's like Karen, Sabrina, and Danni were being aggressive in this scene, right? And then Andi gets up and she apologizes for their behavior. And she just comes off as this demure, you know, oh, I'm so sorry, Gary. Meanwhile, the other ladies, follow me here, people, are aggressive. You know, I'm not, if you know what I mean, just put it in the comments. I don't even want to break that down any further. Anyway, so somehow Andi, she just pulls it together and she's talking to Gary and she's playing it cool. The ladies, they're trying to listen to see what's going on out there. She just I just couldn't get over that. She comes across as this like demure damsel, and the other ladies, one had a knife, the other one was rolling their neck, the other one was all loud. I can't. So Gary just says that he doesn't want to be home anymore. Okay, and he wants to come back to Andi because he was living with her for a short period of time. Andi told him, hey, go back and make nice with your wife, because she let him know that the wife client showed up at her office and she doesn't want to be caught. But we already know that the private investigator lady showed her pictures showing that she is messing with Gary as well. So they got to stick to the plan. And Andi is just like stroking his ego, and she convinces him to stay at home with his wife. And at this point, after the commercial break, so I was like, all right, I normally don't watch commercials. Went and got my bag of chips, came back, fast forwarded. Gary is still in the house after the commercial break. So he's still in the house. So I said, oh my God, how long is this scene going to be? So the other ladies, like I said, they're in the other bedroom and they're listening. And Gary, at this point, I was hoping that Gary would do something crazy, because we had that long drawn out scene, a slew of commercials. After commercial break, you still in the house. So Gary said that he wasn't staying at home with his wife, that he was at a hotel. So she is trying to get him to talk by telling him, what is it that you want me to do? I'll do anything for you, What do you want me to like work out the divorce in your favor? So Gary's just like, yeah, I don't want to talk about this while your friends are in the room. So, and she's just like, come on, tell me. So, yeah. He's just like, I'll talk to you. I'll come back when when your friends are not here. So she goes in her bedroom. He leaves. She goes in her bedroom. So they start talking. But Gary stood by the door. He's smart. He stood by the door for like a couple of seconds, almost close to a minute, just to listen, to see like what's going on. Because I think he notices the change in her behavior, how she's now so willing to participate in representing the wife client and making it work in his favor, when episodes ago, she was totally against it and they were at a crossroads. So he ain't stupid. Gary ain't stupid. So he leaves. She was like, shh, he's still at the door. He leaves. So the ladies tell Andi how strong she is. Then Sabrina, Sabrina, the one who can't tell if Calvin is straight or gay. Sabrina says, I wish I had what you had. And they're all consoling her, and Andi's crying, saying how tired she is of being strong. And she's tired of all of these games. What games, girl? What games? You got involved with a married man. We normally know how that ends up. Whatever. I got to remember that these are just characters. I be taking them seriously sometimes. So anyway, so all of them, they start talking about the men in their lives. They're sitting around having like a waiting to exhale moment. They got wine and they're sitting around and they're all crying. And Sabrina, she tells the ladies about Calvin and the vibrator. And I'm just like, yo, this is so pathetic. So, after another commercial break, all right, they're still in the room at the house, and something just doesn't seem right, and it's just like taking too long for it to be revealed. So Andi wants revenge. She just says, like, I got to figure out how am I going to get revenge on him. So the ladies, they want to come up with a plan to like kind of get him back. So Danni and Karen, they have like, this kumbaya moment. They apologize and they hug. Danni, she was a little bit hesitant. And Danni tells Karen that she slept with Zach. So I started laughing. I was like, no, she didn't. So she actually goes on to show Karen a video of Zach inebriated, just ridiculously inebriated, on the floor, crying and slurring his words about how much he loves Karen. And he says that he misses her and how sorry he was about cheating on her all those other times. So, and Danni finally tells them that she did not sleep with Zach. Finally, this is all I wanted from her. So they all hug. Yay, they're all good. So Danni, she's headed back to her house, and Zach, he is moving out. And as he is leaving, Karen comes in. So she tells him, no, before Karen comes in, she tells him, oh, I told Danni about us, and you should watch the video. And he's like, you're so sick. What's wrong with you? You sent her the video? Because again, he thought that there was a video of them actually having, having sex. So she's just like, you should really watch the video. And I'm just like, yo, just tell him. Like, why you should watch the video. Are you crazy, Danni? Why would you send it? Just watch the video. Did you watch the video? You should watch the video. Girl, can you just tell him that I'm getting loud. I'm sorry, y'all. Can you just tell him that you told Karen that you did not. Can you tell him that you didn't sleep with him? Because he's still thinking that y'all slept together. So Karen shows up as Zach was leaving, and she hugs him and she wants to work everything out. And he's freaking out. He was like, yo, what's going on here? And she's like, oh, you know, I love you, Karen. Like, they're all good now. Karen and Danny, they're not fighting anymore. I'm like, what? So he's totally confused. And he was like, yo, what's going on with y'all two? And Danny's just like, well, you know, I told her everything or whatever. And Karen's like, well, I'll explain everything to you when we get home. You know, I just miss you. And she's totally hugging him like nothing happened. I'm like, what? Tyler, did you fall asleep during this writing session? So you see Karen and Zach, they're in the car, and he's professing his love, and he's telling her he wants to do better. And he tells her that if he cheats on her again, it'll be an accident. It'll be on accident. I said, yo, this is the craziest mess that I have seen in a long time. He's like, I promise I'm going to do better by you. You know what I mean? I'm never going to hurt you again. And Karen's like, you know, you can't promise me that. Mind you, they're driving in the car. So he's like, I tell you this right now. Trust me. Like, if I ever cheat on you again, it'll be on accident. Oh, if you hear squeaking, that's my chair, y'all. I'm not like, you know, cutting cheese in here. Anyway, so she promises that she will watch how she speaks to him. Karen says this. So they pull over. He wants to pull over, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he wants to get it popping. So they go in the back seat. Now, I'm laughing because I'm like, girl, the first episode we saw you in the GYN office, girl, and you had to get, you know, you were scared because you thought you got something. So while y'all jumping in the back seat doing the do, girl, I hope you got your penicillin in your pocketbook, okay? Anyway, we move on to Sabrina, right? This is another scene with her and Maurice. That's her co-worker. And she's in the bank, and she is talking about her and Calvin. So Sabrina is telling him how good he was in bed for whatever reason. And Maurice, you know, his lust starts jumping out, and he's all, ooh, ah, you know, just real, oh God. And for whatever reason, she goes on to tell Maurice about the toy that Calvin wanted Sabrina to use on him and that she used. And, you know, he's asking, like, you know, where did you put it? So she tells him. Again, she's like, well, do you think that's... She's confused. She's confused again. So Maurice suggests that, you know, if you want to find out, here we go again. Another... How many traps have they set for this guy to see if he takes the bait, if he's gay or not? Like, this is getting redundant and whack. But I'm committed. I said that I will review this. So I'm sticking to my word. So Maurice comes up with the genius plan. He says that he has a friend that is bisexual, and he will get his bisexual friend to suggest having, like, you know, a three-way love affair. And if to see if he'll take the bait. I'm just like, what? How many tests Calvin gonna go through, bro? Like, how many tests? Anyway, Andi, she's at the office. Now, this is like the last minute of the episode. This is the best part of the whole darn episode, y'all. So Andi, she's at the office, and pretty much she is waiting because the wife, client, and the PI are scheduled to appear, to show up. So she's in the boardroom, and she's like pacing back and forth. You know, she calls Karen, and she's like, why do you sound so happy? And, you know, Zach is laying in the bed with her. Whatever. Anyway, who cares? So the wife, client, and the PI lady show up. So I'm like, okay. So the wife, you know, Andi's like, hi, you know, how are you? She's not saying anything. So the wife client sits down, honey, and she says to her, so you're the bee that's blanking my husband. I said, oh, wife client, ma'am, you didn't even come in and say good morning? And you start calling people all kinds of bees? Rude much? So that is where the episode ended. Like I said, that was the most exciting part of the episode. So next week, it looks like it's going to be lit. We see wife, client, and Andi are going to confront Gary. That should be good. Zach, it appears that he got somebody pregnant. Oh gosh, she's back. Aaron's crazy ex-wife, she shows up to Karen's salon. And then you see where it cuts to everybody running out the salon. I can't even get it out. Smocks on, perm still in their hair. They're running out screaming. So I don't know if she showed up with a weapon or she showed up with some heat or something. So next week better be good because this episode was wiggity, wiggity, wiggity whack. Okay? So Royal Family, hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you've seen the episode, get down in the comments and tell me what you thought. I know a lot of you view my reviews because you refuse to watch the show, and I appreciate each and every one of you for showing me love and support. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Thank you so much for rocking out with me until the end of the video. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button. We would love to have you here at the Royal Family. Subscribers and non-subscribers, thank you so much for watching, Royal Family. So hopefully you had fun. I had more fun doing this review than I did. It was so, oh God, it was so agonizing. Anyway, so I look forward to next week's episode. So I will meet you back here, same Royal time, same Royal channel. Royal Family, I will meet you down in the comments as usual. And until next time, peace.